What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. We're a niche channel reserved for the best. Hey, welcome everybody to the Sixth Element of Pop. I am your host, Reno Noir. My co-host is Stu Dog. I always point this way, but he's really over here. And then we got Sada Poo joining us as well. We got the female perspective in the building. Today we got a special
perspective in the building.
It's important. We like to see what the other half.
Not only do we have the female, we have the best female perspective in the building.
And a very knowledgeable female who is definitely up on game. So we don't sneeze at Sada's opinions.
But that's what I just said. But that's why I was like, best female.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't.
It was kind of like with the way you said it, but the way I said it was just like a little better because I just said it.
It's always a little better,
right? And always just.
But the way you said it was good, but my voice was just a little better. That's
okay. All right. Yeah, we got an important show. We got a good show today. We got an important show. We definitely want to talk about the iconic the man himself,
Neal Adams. I got a couple of his comics, man.
Good old guy, yeah, man.
His joints, bro.
He's very, very special icon, and and it, wasn't, he was no spring chicken, but I still feel we lost him a little bit soon. He was 71, I believe, and so he just passed away. But we want to remember him, and I think it was April 28th he passed away. Yeah. It was April 28th he passed away. And
did they say how?
That's what I'm trying to see, but I believe I should know this, but it's not. I don't think they're gonna go into detail as far as exactly how he died. I think he's just he's just old. Maybe a heart attack, natural causes. It was no he didn't overdose. It was no car accident.
Oh, no, right. Yeah. No, it's just some people just want to know, it's just for, knowledge. Some people like, well, how'd he die? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because everybody got to prepare for death. So we just want to know. Get a broader perspective.
But he was, I'm sorry, he was in 70. He was 80 years old. And it was complications from sepsis.
Oh, wow.
So his wife Marilyn told the Hollywood Reporter that he died from complications of sepsis. If you don't know, that's a life-threatening condition that arises when the body's response to infection causes an injury to its own tissues and organs.
Yes.
And the initial stages followed by suppression of the immune system, and common signs are fever, increased heart rate, increased breathing rate, confusion. So it's definitely not a fun way to go, and it's sad. But yeah, he died in New York, April 28th, at the age of 80. His wife Adams and his wife Marilyn lived in New York. They had 3 sons: Jason, Joel, and Josh Adams. Josh Adams works in the toy fantasy sculpture, while Joel and Josh Adams illustrate comics and do design work on TV shows. Josh Adams illustrated a pinup of Batman in Batman Odyssey #1. I just saw that comic yesterday. And Adams was once married to the comic colorist Corey Adams, and their daughter Zaya Adams has also worked as a colorist. And but yeah, just let me let Carlos was what happened? Carlos, man, I don't know if you can hear me, brother, but you gotta turn your mic and camera on. I'm tired from working. Yeah, Carlos is here. Yo, what up, Slade? What up? Yeah, we've been losing a lot of icons lately, whether it be hip hop, comics, Our world of hip hop and comics has uh, been rough lately. But DC Comics is DC Day, DC Power Hour. And DC joined the world in mourning the loss of Neil Adams, one of the most acclaimed artists to have contributed to the comic book industry. And DC publisher chief creative officer Jim Lee, my favorite artist, who has drawn quite a few Batman stories of his own, said, he quoted, "Neil Adams was an amazing illustrator. He changed comics. I loved his take on Batman. It was lithe, acrobatic, and dynamic. Neil's work continues to inspire me. This is a huge loss for the entire industry." And that was Jim Lee. But yeah, born June 5th, 1941. I was born June 4th. So me and Neil were kindred. We're Gemini. Neil received he received his art training. Yeah,
Y'all both were born
1941. Yeah.
So y'all was both born in 1941.
No.
Oh,
I was born in 1940. He was born in 41.
okay.
Yeah. But June 4th, 41, he received his art training at the School of Industrial Arts in New York City. His first big success came at the age of only 21 when he started drawing the Ben Casey syndicated newspaper strip. In 1967, he came to DC Comics, where he drew covers for War Comics and contributed stories to the Adventures of Jerry Lewis and the Adventures of Bob Hope. I didn't know they had comics.
Yes, they did. That was big back then.
Yeah.
Well, that's when comics were they were like magazines. They were considered like magazines. So
yeah.
Yes. They had a lot of news and things like that. Carlos, there's something in there's something, guys. I don't usually log in from the outside. What does it look like to turn his camera?
You just tell him to go into when he clicks on it, it'll ask him to test his camera and mic, and then what it does is he'll just scroll all the way down. Just tell him to scroll up, and he'll see the big blue button. Hit that, and he'll come right in. If his camera and mic's not working, it'll show.
Yeah.
But as long as it's working, it'll say everything's okay.
Okay. And Carlos, I believe you're on your phone, right? So your camera is pretty much good to go. Your mic, it's all built in. You just got to click in there on the thing. If it's not letting you, if it's not letting you hop out,
hop back. Come out and then go back. Yeah.
Yeah, he can hear you. He said we'll be reopening from the browser. So yeah, try that. That may do it. But yeah, Slade, that's right, man. That's why we gotta enjoy what time we got while we got it, and we gotta give flowers to those while they're still here. But Neil Adams, his big break came 1 year later after 1967 when he started drawing Batman. Only like right out of the gate, 22 years old, joined DC Comics, started drawing Batman a year later. And he showed a natural affinity for the Dark Knight. And in 1970, DC editor Julius Schwartz assigned the Batman comics to Neil and writer Dennis O'Neil. And that was followed by the pair's groundbreaking 13-issue run on Green Lantern, an iconic series of books that tackled previously untouched but socially relevant issues like racism, ecology, and drug abuse. There's Carlos. What's good, my man?
Hey.
How you doing, brother?
Good to see you guys.
Carlos.
Carlos, you're a comic artist. You're a colorist, and so Neil Adams is probably an icon that you're familiar with.
No, he's a legend. I've been following him for a long time, and I know he had health issues, and that's why he retired from working in comics.
Right.
So this news has blown away all the comic family, and including the artists that are Polish artists, legends that work with them. It's really sad. So we're all here remembering him as he deserves to.
Absolutely. I'm trying to think if I have any Neil Adams books. You said you did still?
Yeah, but I gotta dig them out. I don't have anything. I don't have anything out. I gotta dig them out.
Oh, yeah, I don't have any of his, but I've seen a lot of his work. And
Yeah,
it's really
he's prolific. I mean, he definitely through like
Yeah,
the
I have to
latest,
go
I guess
into
it's
my.
like bronze, copper, late 70s, Bronze Age stuff. But in 1972, he started doing advertising illustration, but he occasionally returned to DC, notably illustrating the popular Superman versus Muhammad Ali. Who's breathing into their mic?
That would be you.
No, it's not me. It's Carlos. Okay, it was you, Carlos. Just move your mouthpiece down a little bit because it's catching your nose. It's really loud.
Sorry,
No, you're fine, brother.
it's out.
No problem at all, man.
Carlos, I tried to blame it on him. Carlos, I tried to help you out.
Yeah, it didn't work though. It didn't work. It didn't work. But yeah, no. What I wanted to get a picture of this joint, and I want to because this was an iconic book in the 70s, Superman versus Muhammad Ali. I mean, it was huge.
Yeah.
And
That book I have. I bought it from Wade's Comics about 3 years ago or something like that.
yeah,
I think they did it for Simile. I think they did it for Simile a little while ago. But I wanted it in the auction. Wade, you go to Wade's Comics, they do these like these auctions, a silent auction.
Mhm.
So I want it in a silent auction. I got it somewhere. I gotta dig it up, man. I want to look for that. Now you got me wanting to look for it. Like I'm like, yo.
Yeah,
I
I would
look for that
definitely.
joint.
I would have
Man.
that shit on my wall, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for that, man. Because I know I got it. I just don't know where it's at. Amazing. I got a lot of comics right here, man. I gotta put them in some type of order or something. I gotta do something.
Yeah, it's always easier.
Nah,
to...
man.
All right, let's
After
see.
seeing Norrin Rad, I gotta put him in. He put me to shame. Yeah, he put me to shame.
His
I gotta put him.
organization.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
Norrin Rad. Yeah, I definitely gotta put him. Cause I'll be looking for something. And I'll be that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, my
There
dad
it
has
is.
a picture of the cover, not the book.
Yeah.
He has a
Okay.
book.
I would love a picture of the cover and like a giant one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he
with
has
the
in
black
like a frame. Pretty sure in the
Mhm.
What is?
basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely. I'm sure that there's posters of this, because this was a really iconic moment in comics, and it was right during the time when Ali was sort of on his way out, but it was nostalgic, obviously, and of course Muhammad Ali would whoop Superman any day, but
Of course.
of course. But yeah, but he and then in 78 he did the new Batman and Superman series in 2012 and 2016. But yeah, with deep respect for Neil and his tireless work and great love for the comic industry, we at Six Element extend our condolences to his friends and family. And yeah, I got some Green Lantern, Green Arrow. Oh, I have this comic. Okay, I have a Neil Adams.
I know I got a Batman Superman World's Finest that he did. I have one of those too, and I have a
Ooh.
I know I gotta have a Green Lantern. I just gotta see the cover. If I see the cover, I'll be like, yeah.
I got you right now.
Green Lanterns.
Yeah, I have a couple of. Well, there's one that I really want of Neil Adams, and that's Batman number 251. It's got Joker. It's one of my favorite like Joker covers. And I'll show you guys. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you. I'm just collecting a couple of photos right now to show you guys some of these covers. Man, they're just really iconic and beautiful. And I often talk about new artists or new comic art versus that old comic art, and a lot of people, rightly so, because of technology, and Carlos, I'm sure you can attest to this as a digital artist.
Mhm.
The art today is far more detailed and I don't want to say better, but it's just I don't know what to say, because I don't want to say better, because that old stuff, it's timeless, it's
It
classic, it's iconic.
it changes. It just adapts to what the public or publishers are looking for. But original arts, like old art, is never going to be uh, out. It is classic vintage, and everyone is going to like it always.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I agree. It's like I said, yeah, it's iconic, it's vintage, it's nostalgic. This is the book I want right here. This is
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's
my
dope.
favorite.
I would love
Yeah,
to have that. Yeah,
hell yeah.
yeah.
I'll take a
Yeah.
poster. Just the cover.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorite Batman covers. And I'm learning more about Neil Adams than I knew before. And there's a new World's Finest comic that has just come out again.
It's
Um,
great. Oh, it's great.
yeah,
I'm gonna read.
it's really cool.
It's
It's
really
really
good.
cool. Yeah, this is the OG one, and you can see Batman as a bat, like a man bat, jumping on Superman there with his grotesque ears.
And arms and legs.
Yeah.
So,
There you go. But I got you right here. This is a great cover right here. I love this cover, and this is the World's Finest #1, but it's a really dope.
ooh, nice.
I love. Hold on, let me move this out of the way. There you go. I just love how they drew Batman with the blue and gray classic suit.
It
Even
looks nice.
Superman looks cool.
I think I have mine, Reno. Hang on, let me check. Okay. Yeah, because I got a variant cover as well.
Yeah, yeah. He did some House of Secrets. I think I'm probably looking at like every Neil Adams ever done. I'm trying to just pick a few select ones that are really cool, which it's hard to choose because they're actually all really dope. Um, yeah, that one's sick. Wait till you guys see this one. Ooh, this one's awesome.
I can't find it, but I did find this.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, that's dope.
Very dope.
I've always
Sweet.
liked that X.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, I do have it. Mine has Supergirl and Batgirl on the cover. That's the one that I have for my World's Finest #1.
I like that right there. That's the Parasite.
Oof.
That's
Dude,
Parasite and
that's really
Superman.
dope. Yeah. And then he did House of Secrets, little horror comic there, 15 center. But yeah, that's pretty dope. It's got the human face under the robot, or over the robot body. And this is amazing. This is almost Jim Lee right here, man. This is almost Jim Lee shit. But
I would love to have that. That is beautiful. That's absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, this is
Dead
great.
Man. I forgot he did Dead Man. I got a couple Dead Man comics.
Mhm.
Older ones too.
Yeah. And is that Spectre over his nose?
Yeah, it looks like that's Spectre in the midst of his face.
Yeah, like his nose is Spectre.
Yeah, and nose.
Yeah, the nose is Spectre. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, that's several of his pieces. But yeah, he was inducted into the Eisner Awards, Will Eisner Comic Book Hall of Fame in 1998, the Harvey Awards, Jack Kirby Hall of Fame in 1999, and the Inkwell Awards of Joe Sino or Sinnott Hall of Fame in 2019. I mean, he's like, I don't know. I just love Neil Adams just because like he's a New Yorker. He's a Gemini. You know what I'm saying? He's an artist. He's just special dude to me, man. Like him. And he was raised in a military family, grew up in a series of army bases from like Brooklyn, Germany. He was Jewish, attended the School of Industrial Art High School in Manhattan, and I went to the Booker School of Art in Sarasota, Florida. But yeah, man, he graduated in 1959. He in an interview in the 2000s, he said, I started to do samples for Archie and I left my fly samples there. A couple of weeks later, when I came in to show my Archie samples, I noticed that the pages were still there, but the bottom panel was cut off of one of my pages. I said, what happened? They said, One of the artists did this transition where Tommy Troy turns into the Fly, and it's not very good. You did this real nice piece, so we'll use that if it's okay. I said, that's great. That's terrific. And that's how he ended up doing the cover of the Fly. But that's kind of how he got into it. And afterwards, he began writing, penciling, inking, lettering, humorous full page and half page gag fillers for Archie's Joke Book magazine. And then in a 1976 interview, he recalled earning about $16 per half page and $32 for a full page.
Wow.
Which, obviously that doesn't seem like a lot of money, but at the time,
Back then was a lot.
Yeah, that was a nice chunk. It was like a couple $100 bucks.
Nice chunk of change.
Yeah, 32 could get you pretty far back in the day.
Yeah. And as we were not in a wealthy state, it was manna from heaven, so to speak. A recommendation led him to artist Howard Nostrand, who was beginning the Bat Masterson syndicated newspaper comic strip. And he worked as Nostrand's assistant for 3 months, primarily drawing backgrounds of what Adams recalled as $9 a week and a great experience. Artists don't get paid much, but what a cool job. Ben Casey. He's just done so much. Silver Age, Splash. When he started to get into comic books, he found work at Warren Publishing's black and white horror comic magazines under editor Archie Goodwin. And Adams debuted there as a penciler and an inker of writer Goodwin's 8-page anthological story Curse of the Vampire in Creepy number 14. And he and Goodwin quickly collaborated in 2 more stories in Eerie number 9 in 1967 and Creepy number 15 in June 1967. And Adams as well reapproached DC Comics. And with DC War Comics, stalwart Joe Kubert now concentrating on the comic strip, The Green Berets, Adams, despite his opposition to then current U.S. military involvement in Vietnam, saw an opening. He said, I really didn't like most of the comics at DC, but I didn't like, he said, I really didn't like most of the comics at DC, but I did like war comics. So I thought, now that Joe is not working there, they've got Russ Heath, and they are plugging other people in where Joe used to be. Maybe I could kind of shift into Joe Kubert kind of thing and do some war comics and kind of bash them out quickly. So I went over to see DC Comics war editor Bob Kerniger, and I showed him my stuff, and I did have the feeling that they were missing Joe, a guy who could draw and do that rough action stuff. So they gave me some work, and that's how he got into DC.
Nice.
Yeah, real nice.
But he did go to Marvel, but while continuing to freelance for DC, he in 1969 also began freelancing for Marvel, where he did pencil several issues of the mutant superhero team titled X-Men, which and one story of a horror anthology title. The Marvel Bullpen Bulletins column of Fantastic Four number 87, June 1969, described Adams as having 1 foot planted in our marble doorway. We're guessing your ecstatic comments when you see the way he illustrated our latest X-Men bombshell will transform him into a Marvel madman from head to toe. Such freelancing across the 2 leading companies was rare at the time. Most DC creators who did so worked pseudonymously, like, fake names. And Adams recalled in 1976, he said, the first time I got away from DC was when I went to Marvel to do the X-Men. It didn't stop me from working at DC. They were a little annoyed at me, but that was a calculated plan. If people saw that I would do such a thing, then other people might do it. Beyond that, it seemed like working for Marvel might be an interesting thing to do. It was, as a matter of fact. I enjoyed working on the X-Men. The company was more friendly, a lot more real, and I found myself delighting in the company of Herb Tripe, John Romita, and Mary Severin. I found them to be people who were not as oppressed as the people at National, i.e. DC Comics, were. So, I guess the DC and toxic work environment of the day was not to his liking, but yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get a picture of this. Get this X-Men picture. Yeah, so we did this title with X-Men. It is a cool cover right there with Magneto, and you can see the old school team there. You got Cyclops, Iceman, Beast.
That's dope.
Yeah, I like that. 15 cent.
Yeah, I like that. 15 cent. I miss those days. Really, really do.
If only.
I would go to the
know,
comic.
right?
Take $1, buy a stack. Nice fat
I would
stack.
buy half. Yes, I would buy half the store.
All you need is like $10.
Yeah, I need a shopping cart. I'd be like, you guys got a shopping cart in here? Because I'm going to need
Yeah.
15 cent.
And they were, that was, cheap for back then, but that's cheap to us now, but it was actually, it's kind of cheap for back then too. Like comics were for kids to buy, you give your kid a quarter and you go buy, get him a comic book, a sody pop, and a candy bar or something like that, whatever they used to do. And my dad used to tell me, he's like, I'd take a quarter and go buy some baseball cards and some candy and some gum and a soda and all this shit. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, man. I mean, you could get all, because look, you could open your pack of baseball cards, eat your gum, drink your soda. I mean, come on, that was living, bro.
That was living.
Now you got to choose
Good
now.
place.
You got to be like, well, if I buy these cards, not gonna have enough for a soda. But
I mean, a pack of cards now is like $5-6. A soda's
Yeah.
$3.
When you started hustling the extra cards that you didn't need, I sell you this for a quarter or trade you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So it's just,
Oh man.
man, it's just where we, basically, losing an artist. And these guys, to be honest with you, a lot of these guys that these greats, they're getting old, man. I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna be losing them. So the little, whatever time we got left with them, I've always felt that we should just, try to honor them and just, even get some more of their artwork out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have them do a run, a quick run, a 3-book run or a 6-book run or something like that. It would be great, man. Just to have something. And not just, not be able to just look back on all of the stuff they did in the 70s, in the 80s. You know what I mean? It would be nice to see them do something more modern, just to see how their art styles progressed. Because everybody, Carlos, you're an artist, your art styles progress. They do.
Yeah, I would love to see like an older, like a Neil Adams, or even like I'd love to have like Jack Kirby come back and try to do something. Like Jang, like a John Jang, and see where he's at. Like, do something really amazing like that. Speaking of classic artists, this is goddamn, what's his name? What's his name, Carlos? I know you know it. Starts with a B.
The artist of that cover?
Yeah.
Not right now, man. I know that the book. You got me. And I've seen that so many times, and I want it and I need it, and I don't have it.
They just did a what do you call him, Reno?
That's the first appearance of the She-Hulk, right?
John Buscema, yeah. John Buscema. Yeah, John Buscema.
Oh,
yeah, he's a phenomenal.
one of the brothers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there he is.
That's
they just did a
that's just
homage.
classic.
Yeah, there's a homage just done to that book.
Oh, gee, what's going on?
Oh, gee.
Whoa.
What's good, bro? You in the shop?
What's up? Yeah, I'm at work today.
Oh man, that's cool. It's cool that you still popped in anyway, bro. Appreciate that.
And I finally got a break, man. This is the first time we've been empty all day, man.
Yo, can we see the window? Oh God. So yeah, some kids.
Do you want to see it as is? Do you want me to pose with it, man?
Yeah, man. It's funny, but it's not. But I mean, God, look at this.
Oh no!
Oh man.
Oh, who
that's
did
what it
that?
is.
Yo, who did that, man? Oh, come on.
Yeah, some little bastard.
Oh, that's.
It sucks because OG leave the building. Yeah, no, it's oh shit, what happened?
Elite.
He said he's in the stream with audio only. He said 1 sec before.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he it sucks because that somebody painted those Pokemon.
Yeah,
Pikachu.
this looks so nice.
Yeah, there was hand painted. Some little brat came up there with a spray paint can, tagged the wiener.
Wow.
But OG Lee calls Pikachu penis shoes, so karma.
Oh my god.
But yeah, he
Wow, that's crazy, man.
showed me that today. I was like, that's. I thought they were decals on the window and just painted over, so I thought they could just wash it off. So I was laughing at first. Somebody painted that. That sucks, dude. They can't
It
wash.
does.
They can't wash it off. Without pouring
Oh, Jesus.
paint underneath. But kids nowadays need a whooping. Shit,
Funny
kids
thing is that
any
probably
day.
wasn't a kid. It's probably like a teenager going into adulthood.
Oh
Yeah.
no, an adult did that. Someone who knew better did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Collector's choice.
Do you think it was like a
Comics and gaming cards like Pokemon and stuff like that.
I'm gonna tell you how I went down, OG Lee. Weed is legal now. Somebody got high and they spray painted the front of the store because that's what was going on in their mind after they smoked the joint. It's just how it goes down. It's what happens when you smoke weed.
No.
Not true.
That's
So
true.
look forward to more moments. Look forward to more moments like that.
Oh my
Look
goodness.
forward to more moments like
Weed is peace.
yeah. We gotta look forward to that. We gotta look forward to more things.
Yo, OG man, since we got
Yes.
you in the shop, is there any way we could get a little tour? Or you kind of
No, let me. How do I flip my camera around?
Great question.
you go in the settings or where it
Oh,
says
okay.
camera, yeah.
Yeah,
and
go to
then-
settings and then you'll see camera 1 and 2, front facing and back facing. Just switch it.
Ah.
yeah, click it, it'll say front, it'll say back facing, I think.
Yeah, click it to back facing. It should be on front facing.
There it
Yeah.
is.
That's
Ooh,
what I'm
it?
talking about.
Nice.
Oh, geez.
Nice job, man.
Oh,
Wow.
that looks amazing. Look at
This is
I was getting ready to say, OGD, this is your man cave? I was getting ready to say that.
that stool is my throne. That stool with no padding.
That's a tough day, OG Lee. That's a tough day, man.
This is
Best job in the world. Look at that. Beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
counter. Oh, actually,
Be around this all
this
day.
is the counter of most current.
That's when the new stuff drops.
Yeah, it goes up here, and then week before goes back here,
Nice.
Very good.
and
Wow.
like I post the board sometimes. You guys know that, but
Mhm.
so it's coming out like next week and week after.
Oh,
Dope.
cool.
Some of the bins. Shaq, we can't get rid of him. We've tried. He's a permanent
man.
fixture here because he's Shaq. This
Wow.
bins and the wall.
What's the biggest baddest book you got in there?
As far as what?
Value, iconic.
What's your infinity stone level book in there?
Your Hulk
Well-
181 status.
There's a Holyfield picture autographed for some weird reason.
Is that a Hulk 181 on the bottom?
Where? Oh no,
Bottom.
Nah.
That Hulk, right?
it's 234.
Okay.
But I would say my personal favorite, it's not slabbed or nothing, but it happens to be this one because it's a metal cover.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
You know what I mean? That's just my personal favorite that we have right now.
I've always wondered about those metal covers. I've never been in the presence of one. Is it?
Hey, I want to send it in to see what it would come back as.
But I mean, are they really like made of foil or something, like real metal?
No, it's metal, bro. It's metal.
Really?
Like I could bend it. Like it's metal.
Wow. How much is it going for? How much is it going for?
That one's a bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them.
We got to talk after the show. We got to talk after the show.
Yeah, I've seen those metal covers advertised, and I always was like, okay, foil cover, like, what's the big deal? But they're actually metal. That's cool, man.
Yeah, so that's going for about $1 huh, OG Lee? We got to talk after the show. Yeah, we got to talk, OG Lee.
Might have a new customer.
That might have to make its way to New Jersey through mail.
I'm loving the soul patch, man. Looking cool. Goatee.
Yeah, man. Lee, man, you looking real Californian today, man. Like you got the real West Coast look today, man. Like,
I mean, he's in Cali.
I know, but he look real West Coast today, man.
I love that shirt. He looking West Coast with the Biggie shirt. I like it.
Yeah.
Full blast radio.
Now, Lee, where's this shop located at that you're working at?
We're in Visalia, California.
Okay.
And we're in Central California, like we're right by Fresno.
Okay. All right. And
Very
do you
cool.
do you get like the Kardashians come in there every once in a while, anything like that?
Thank God, no.
Well, I'm just saying, you in Cali, it's a lot of famous people. Like, you get Dr. Dre walking there every once in a while. I don't know. You never know.
I wish. You guys ready? Yeah, we're ready. I got customers.
All right, brother.
All right, Lee.
Speaking of famous people, Comic-Con has taken over Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas for its showcase of the most hotly anticipated of Hollywood's upcoming projects, from Olivia Wilde's onstage custody paper-serving incident to the first peek at footage of James Cameron's Avatar, The Way of the Water, which is a stupid name. I'm going to tell you in a minute why. Plenty is happening as the movie industry continues to rebound from the uneasiness that was cast by COVID-19, the pandemic. And at the convention, Warner Brothers and DC Films reportedly showed off the future of DC Extended Universe by finally releasing the first footage from the long-awaited Ezra Miller helm.
If you live
Flash,
want to copy your receipt?
which I'm surprised that they actually
Saturday, and you get free.
Mute his mic. I'm surprised that there's footage from this movie, but according to the Hollywood Reporter, the movie features Barry Allen, played by Ezra Miller. Apparently, they're keeping him on, or they're not going to reshoot everything. Obviously, it's been shot.
Flash?
So what are you going to do?
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
They're just now doing something about Amber Heard, so it's not even shocking.
Right.
I mean, look at all. I mean, to be honest with you guys, look at all the trouble that the Batman went through when they were shooting it, and they still kept going. I mean, they caught Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz having sex in the Batmobile or something like that one day. Right? Yeah, it was just thing. Yeah. Yes, that's a real thing. Look it up. No, I'm not making that up. Look it up. Yes.
Hold on.
Doesn't he have a girlfriend?
The director was upset about it. It was just a lot that went on with. Then you got to remember Ben Affleck started out playing the Batman in The Batman, and then they had to rewrite the script, redo it. They brought in Pattinson. It did a lot, man. That movie went through a lot before it got released.
But compared to what Ezra,
even though it's one of my favorite Batman movies,
what Amber did, I mean, it doesn't even compare.
Ezra's wilding out. Ezra's wilding out right now.
Yeah, and Amber Heard, you're right too, because Aquaman, her role, they cut it to 10 minutes.
Yeah, they said they cut it to like 10 minutes, but it's like, just take her out the film.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they cut it to like 10 minutes. Yeah. And she was supposed to have like a prominent role in the film. And it's like, she shouldn't have even been there in the first place. Like,
when you take a dump on Johnny Depp's bed, you should not be allowed to have
who hasn't done that? Come on.
Oh yeah, I was getting ready. Yeah, I'm with you, Lee. I think a lot of people will kind of applaud her for that one.
No.
I think
But all
she
the
might have won.
evidence
She
is
might have got a
there.
couple thousand followers on that one.
She probably did. She probably did. But you know, all the evidence is leaving her as the villain of the story in her trial against Johnny Depp, and fans want her to lose her career as much as it hurt Johnny Depp's career. And I think that's what, because like the Aquaman franchise is arguably one of the most successful Warner Brothers has right now, and it's also one of the few that surpassed $1 billion at the box office.
That's true.
But for years, there've been rumors of Amber Heard possibly losing her role as Mira amid this scandal that keeps hitting this news cycle. But now that people have more details about it, they're convinced that she doesn't deserve to continue playing the comic book character. In fact, there is already fan fiction drawings of Emilia Clarke taking the role, and it looks pretty good. But I'm an Emilia Clarke fan, so maybe I'm biased. But as the Comic-Con is still underway, reports of the new Aquaman sequel started coming to all the major news outlets, and there is confirmation that the recent screening that some members of the press saw Thursday have only 10 minutes of screen time for Amber Heard. And according to the initial report from film critic Grace Randolph, this was purely a technical decision that is in no way related to the current situation or the trial.
Okay. Play in my face some more.
However, as things keep escalating, everything can change in the blink of an eye for the actress, and she may very well lose her role completely and get erased from the final cut of the film. We haven't, that's not final cut, so she could lose more. But more reports of the same situation started coming in the afternoon as more than 2 million signatures were collected at change.org that demand Amber Heard be completely removed from the film. And but we know petitions are not as powerful as some believe they are, but this could be a massive exception. Warner Brothers has the main interest of getting as many moviegoers as possible into theaters lately, with DC shitting the bed, no pun intended, lately. And they will do anything in order to accomplish that. So we still have to hear what the actress tells the jury, but there's no set date of when she's going to take the stand.
I think it's next week she's taking the stand.
It's always the first Saturday of May every year.
The trial, so.
And then in October it's Halloween Comic Fest, so the shops do.
But if they're not going to get rid of Ezra Miller, especially after all he's done,
right?
I mean, she got passed too, so
I think so.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, if she got to stay as long as she did, they're not getting rid of him.
Well, I can tell you this much: if you want my personal opinion, and that's what we're here to do, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. As long as it doesn't ruin the movie, I don't give a damn what she do in her personal life.
Yeah,
as long as the movie's not messed up by it, do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut out guys because I got customers and stuff, and I'm actually working. So,
okay,
Carlos,
brother.
good to see you.
See you later, Louis. You too, buddy.
Everybody.
Hey, Lee, get in touch with me, man. We got to talk. Lee, we got to talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Hit me up, Stu.
Okay.
Thanks, man. Yeah, channel Ace17. That's our boy Spadeonomics. Spade, I don't know what you're doing in the chat, man. Come on in, man. You got the link.
Gotta stay in the chat because internet is acting crazy.
That's
but
what
I like
said.
to see Emma Clark as Power Girl of DC. Bring her in live action. That is an interesting take. We'd like for you to come on here and talk about it. Spade.
Yeah. If your internet acts less crazy, hop in and talk about that. But I'm an Emilia Clarke.
It might act less crazy because you in here with us, Spade. You know what I mean? Sometimes coming in here with us makes your internet better.
Get that power surge.
Yeah, exactly. Get that surge, baby. Get that surge.
But there have been rumors that Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz were reportedly caught having sex on the set of the Batman. And there were then rumors that Kravitz was now pregnant with Robert's child. So rumors, schmoomers, you never know. But
I don't know about that second part, but I know the first part. I remember when the only reason why I say because I remember when it broke on Twitter, he came out with like a public apology. She apologized. They said that when it happened, the people that were shooting the film, like the camera guys and everybody, like I guess they didn't know they were there, or they might have took a break, or maybe they got excited and jumped in the Batmobile and started getting it in. But they were caught by several people. It wasn't just like like one person. It was like a bunch of people, and it halted production for a couple of days, and the director was upset about it, and it was a big thing. It was on Twitter. It was all I was reading on my Twitter feed. That's how I knew so much about it. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is the best Batman movie ever.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Don't have sex at your job while you're at work.
I mean, if you can,
I guess.
I mean, if you can and get paid millions of dollars
Yeah,
and
but
drive the Batmobile,
maybe like not in the Batmobile. Like, can you like get off?
Yeah, I don't think it was probably that's probably an exaggerate.
Yeah.
Spade, don't hold your breath. You'll die.
Yeah, I think I'll be 50 before I see it. So, you know.
You'll die.
you're gonna see it. It's coming soon. It's coming. I got some special stuff coming soon on my posted on Infinity Man at IG. Okay. Everybody stay tuned. Follow me on IG.
30 years.
I mean, Infinity Man, do what you gotta do. Just get ready for the big reveal. Everybody.
All right.
I'm waiting until I get up to like 25 followers, and then I'm just going to post. It's already done. It's just
You're
one
not
click of a
gonna
button.
get followers without posting and being active, bro. It doesn't work that way.
This is that's why I'm doing it this way. You know what I mean? Give them something to build up to, anticipation. Build up to this. 25 followers. It's going down.
How's that working? Let me know how that.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. 6 million. Sounds going down.
Let me know how that goes. But yeah, this that rumor was claiming and where did it come from? Like what was it actually saying? But it's not surprising to find out that it came from a post on 4chan, which is not a place I like to go ever. But the person who shared the post on the image board website claimed that they were working on the set of the Batman and that Pattinson and Kravitz were caught having sex on set. It doesn't say in the Batmobile, but what it actually says is, it says, I'm working on the set of the, hold on, you know what? Let me see. I'll put the image up. But it says, I'm working on the, oh, okay. It wants me to do a screenshot. But yeah, you get the whole scoop here. Let me get you guys the thing.
Yeah, I know. If it was, listen, Reno and Carlos, if y'all put on the Batman suit, women are gonna want to jump in the back of the Batmobile with you. It just comes with the territory.
It's Robert Pattinson. He's already.
It happens. You don't have to be. It's not even Robert. It's the cowl and the cape. That's just it. Nobody wanted to jump in the back seat of the Batmobile. Robert Pattinson. He was just Robert Pattinson. They'd be like, "Oh, that's Robert Pattinson."
They did. He was Twilight. He was Jake or Jay, whatever his name was. He was.
No. See, girls liked him. See, women liked him then. You see, girls liked him then. Not women. There's a difference.
But those girls
liked him, and then they was like, "Oh, he's cute," you know. But when you put on the cape and the cowl, no. When you put on the cape and the cowl, you know what I mean. How do they say it? Listen, every Batman, what do they say? I love the car. Chicks dig the car.
Chicks dig the car.
Chicks dig the car. I'm trying to tell you.
Well, the rumor says, I'm working on the set of the Batman. So in about a week or so, all media will go after him for what he and Zoe did on the set of the Batman last week. Me, and a lot of workers with Matt Reeves caught Robert Pattinson and Zoe having sex on the Batmobile prop. So they were on the Batmobile, maybe on the hood. And it's probably one of the worst things I've ever saw in my career now. Grow up. Matt was furious when he interrupted them. And that's not all. Zoe took a pregnancy test, and she's pregnant with, and everyone believes it's Pattinson's. Since October, Robert and Zoe started dating in secret. We knew about it as we saw them together after work. She recently divorced her husband, though. I'm purely disgusted by their act, both her and Pattinson. All I know is that Reeves is so furious he might not do the Batman 2 and 3 as he planned and let someone else direct. He literally told Pattinson, "You are the most entitled, narcissistic actor I've ever worked with. You go back to work. We finished filming in March, and then we are done. I don't want to ever work with you after this film," he said, and he refuses to do reshoots if they are needed. I don't know what they're going to do now, but they try to keep this situation on a leash before the media make it official. He acts like they were like, I don't know what. He acts like they got caught with having a three-way with a chimpanzee or something. I mean, I don't know what's going on. He acts like it was so disgusting. It's a man and a woman doing what men and women do. Two young, attractive celebritantes. It's dark,
Well,
you know. Hey,
I
shit
mean,
happens. Like,
listen,
come on.
man.
He acts like it was just the worst fucking thing since, you know, Leto's Way.
Yeah. If he would have
Girls Like
put, if he
Edward,
would have put on
man,
the cape and cowl, yeah,
slave
that's what I'm
he want.
saying.
Gossip. What up, Al? Shout out to Al Mega.
Shout out to Al
Big homie.
Mega.
Big homie, man. We ain't talked in too long, man. But yeah, man, gossip is a motherfucker. Reno, it's definitely the cape and cowl. Stu is right. No, I'm not taking away from what Stu said. He's not wrong. I agree. When you throw that cape and cowl on, it's a wrap.
That's what I'm saying. It's a wrap, baby.
But he
You can
already
hang it
was-
up.
But what up, Legion? Nah, but you know, I don't think it's near a big a deal as that person was making out to be, and they're disgusted, and it's the worst thing they've ever seen in their career.
Well, you know,
like,
he had
come
to,
on,
he had to make a
like
big
what were they
deal about
doing?
it.
Like, I've seen a lot of sexual acts, and at no time was I like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. You know, so I don't know.
Well, he might have been professionally. He might be talking professionally. It's just, you know.
Yeah, I guess he meant professionally, which, you know.
Yeah, he
like,
said let's see. He said it's probably one of the worst things I've ever saw in my career. Matt was so furious. I doubt Matt was that furious. Let's see, what else did he said? Oh yeah, Matt Reeves might not do the $1 billion Batman 2 and 3 just because he was so furious that they were having sex. Yeah, I doubt that too. And he literally told Pat and said, "You're the most." You know, listen, this is an exaggeration, obviously, but I don't think it's that crazy, and I don't think it's that like amazing. It doesn't really affect me like that. Like I'm not like blown away by that. It's two young, attractive actors having sex. Yeah, they did it on the car, but guys, this is Hollywood. Like, I don't know, man. Shit. I mean, am I alone that Hollywood is like a pretty sexual place? I mean, we hear about
It is. Come on, man.
shit.
We heard. Listen, what about Studio 54? People talking about how, you know,
Yes.
Studio 54
And that
and
was-
all that. Man.
Yeah, and that was back in the day. Like, it's gotten crazier. I've heard
Oh,
some
yeah.
crazy shit. I've heard some crazy. Oh, my man, Wu-Tang, man. My man, I believe it was you, God. And Ghost, somebody they were like, it was Inspector Deck. They were at a party in Hollywood, man, and he said the stuff they saw behind some of them doors. He said they were at a party in Hollywood and they just like walking through and like open a door, and they said the shit they seen like changed them. Like it was that. Yeah.
They probably said, "We gotta get up out of here, y'all. It's just too much
They
going
bounced.
on up in here." Yeah, like it's
They
just
bounced.
too much. I
I
mean,
mean-
we got a limit. Yeah, it's a line that we just don't cross. It's, you know, it's a limit. The red lining up in here, we gotta go.
Yeah, these ain't no punk ass dudes either. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Represent. You know what I'm saying? Your deck. But yeah, man, you never know, man. And I agree, Legion, that it better be included in the bonus features, man. You got to see that. And other news.
Deleted
Yeah.
scenes.
Because listen, Batman and Catwoman do have sex in the comics. I mean, at least they were being comic book accurate.
Hey.
You know, at least they were taking from the source material directly. But yeah, according to Hollywood Reporter, also the movie, the Flash movie that we've been waiting on, that Spade thinks is going to be just trash. But the movie features Barry Allen, Ezra Miller, traveling back in time to stop his mother's murder, which he creates the timeline-altering events that have proven all the rage in superhero blockbuster genres in recent years. I mean, that's pretty much standard fare, and it's also expected to feature two Batmen on screen, which is Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne, which I'm just over the moon about, and from another timeline, while Ben Affleck's Batman expects to make his final return as the character, and take his final turn as the character. But according to Deadline, The Flash is still expected to hit theaters June 23rd in 2023. But behind the scenes, though, recent news hasn't been great. The film's main star, Miller, has been making headlines for multiple reports of their arrests and other disorderly conduct in recent years. Rolling Stone even reported that Warner Brothers and DC agreed to pause development on any future projects involving Miller and the DCEU. And so, even though CinemaCon finally brought along new footage of for The Flash, it seems many fans don't have this film's story on their minds at the moment. At least not where Miller is concerned.
That might be good
But
for the film. That might be good. That's good for the film.
I don't think we're ever going to see this movie. I'll eat crow if I'm wrong, but I don't think we're ever going to see.
Well, listen, if he's not in jail, then they can film, and if he shows up to work, then they can film. Like I said, whatever he does in his personal life,
right. I agree, Slade.
As long as it doesn't,
yeah, I think it's
interfere with as long as it doesn't make the movie bad. Like whatever he does in his real life, who cares? As long as we get a great movie out of it, I don't even care. I just be like, damn, he had time to act up and make a good movie. I take my hat off to him.
Because there's a lot of actors that are, like some of my favorite actors have done some wild shit in real life. I mean, what if we had just canceled Robert Downey Jr.? We would have never got Iron Man.
But didn't he get himself together?
Well, yeah, but
he got himself together. Ezra's not getting himself together.
I know he hasn't yet, but that's my point. Like, if we cancel someone before we give him the chance to do a RDJ, then we could miss out on a genius like RDJ. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is an acting genius. He's one of the best to do it. And we would not have known that because he wasn't at that level when he was doing, 80s flicks and stuff. I mean, he was good, but the level he's, that
well, he was good at Less Than Zero, when he did Less Than Zero.
Less Than Zero
that was a good movie. I mean, he played that part, he played that. I had to take my hat off to him now.
He played that. He was sucking ding-a-ling, but he played that part.
Yes, he did.
But he killed that shit. But he got better as it. I mean, Weird Science. He started off goofy but he got better and better. And you get to shit like what's the Alfred fucking not Alfred Hitchcock Sherlock.
Oh, Sherlock Holmes.
Phenomenal.
Sherlock Holmes was great. He did a really good job in that. Yeah. Supposed to be getting to part 3. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the part 3 for that.
Yeah, and it's got to be with Guy. The same director has to do it because he's what made it dope. Those movies were phenomenal. I love them movies. Like the Sherlock Holmes movies were so good. The directing and like fight scenes were crazy. But yeah, British people say that his accent was spot on.
Yes, it was. Yes, cheerio.
Yeah, he was before culture and had a chance to get himself together, and people don't have that chance anymore. That's my point.
That's true. That's true, Legion. Legion, I have to agree with you on that, and that's because
when he says
nowadays,
when I say okay.
Whoa! It's not what you. It's just how he said it. I mean, I'm not saying you was wrong. He just said it a little better than you did. That's all.
Here we go with this.
Like you said it good.
Everybody's approach is better.
I know everyone's approach is better than mine.
I quit. That's not true. That is not true. That's not true. It's just in this one instance right here. That's not. It's just this one little thing. But Legion, right. I agree, Legion, man. Cancel culture is out of control.
Sucks.
It does, and you can't condemn anybody for we're not here to judge. My mother used to say, only God can judge you and things. Tupac said it, and it's true. Don't judge people. If you could, if Tupac was alive and popping right now, I mean, he didn't bite his tongue. They'd be trying to cancel him every chance they got.
Bro, I don't even know if cancel culture would exist, bro, in that timeline. That multiverse, if Pac lived and Biggie lived, it'd be a different world, bro. Yeah. I believe that.
Right. Because Barkley said it best. When he spit on the cameraman or he kicked the cameraman and all that. Right. Like he said, the only people I got to answer to is my children. And when I go home, I gotta tell them, look, I was wrong. Don't do that. But you can't expect me to be a role model for somebody else's kids when I gotta answer for what I do with mine. And that's just true. But cancel culture, they're on a whole different level, man. They want what they want
But
when they want it, and they pushing their own agenda.
back then they had all these censorships and stuff, and that's when we got the parental advisory in everything.
Yes.
So after that, hey, you cannot cancel me.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you buy it, it's on your own risk. So
That's right.
That's true.
Like you're getting.
That's true.
You find out. Let's see what.
Yeah, that's true.
Said. Pac was in jail for the R word, whether he did it or not, he would have been out of here. Yeah. And that's the thing. And of course, no, he did not do it. There's no question he did not do it.
No, he didn't do it, man.
No, he Tupac. Come on.
I believe the story Pac told, just like I believe the story Mike Tyson told. I believe that story. And Mike said it best. Mike said, "Look, why are you gonna come to my room 3:00 in the morning? You know what you're coming for. We discussed it before she got there.
Exactly.
It's just it's just that she just had other ideas when she left.
Yeah. Not to get into a whole thing, but that the broad that accused Pac, she was she was trouble. I mean, she was doing that shit to other people. Like it was obvious. She was out, she was out for that intention. Like she probably tried to get up and creep up in there to do that. And obviously rape is a very serious issue, and 9.99999 times out of 10, I'm always going to take the woman's word for it. But there's that 0.00000.1 time when you can just tell that that's bullshit. And especially with a guy of Pac status and
he wrote lyrics about it. I can't remember the name of the song. I remember the lyrics, but I can't remember the song. But he was talking about it. He was like, secrets in the dark, only her and I know. Now I'm sitting in a state pen doing time slow because I made a bad decision
by letting her around. Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the song.
He let her around, and it was the dudes that was with him, Haitian Jack and all of them cats that had sex with that lady. It wasn't even Pac. So
right.
But he said it many times. Like he said, I can't take the blame. He said, I fucked up. Like I let her up in the room, and I should have like thought ahead and been like, protective and like made sure, she was good before I went to sleep and all of that. But so he takes responsibility for everything.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. I feel like, cancel culture is definitely an issue, but the issue for me is like lack of accountability. That's what's happening with Ezra.
Right.
And because WB, like, you're, as a company, it's a bad look if you're keeping someone employed and they're doing all this stuff, you're not holding them accountable. And
that's different, right?
Like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? Like, I mean, I totally get, like, if it doesn't affect the film, whatever, but I think from a company standpoint, you look really shitty, like keeping these people around.
Yeah, so. That's true. Because in a regular job, if you work for, I don't care if Ezra worked for Walmart or he just had or he just Fortune 500 company and his conduct was unbecoming, they're gonna get rid of you. It should be the same. I mean, cancel culture, they just want you done. But I agree with people. I'm with Sada. You should hold the same penance as anybody else. And your company should show that, look, we don't tolerate that type of behavior. You know what I mean? Especially if you work for us.
Right. That's why Dave Chappelle created the love contract. Yeah, I mean, and Ezra, they without any new material to discuss, DC fans gathered on Reddit's r/movies community to discuss the premiere of The Flash footage at CinemaCon at this point, and many of them appeared to be united by one motive: dunking on Ezra Miller's legal troubles and the bizarrely long production process for the Flash standalone movie. But I am a big fan of the animated and comic version of Flashpoint Batman Thomas Wayne, all of that. Love that.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Warner Brothers is deciding if they can change the title from The Flash to Batman Flashpoint.
Oh.
And that I think that would be personally, I think that's a better way to go.
Reno.
Oh.
Yeah, Reno. I don't know, man.
Even if it's good, even if it's good, it's not gonna work for the fans. It's like
right.
That's radical.
For me, I like the idea. Maybe not Batman Flashpoint, but Flashpoint. I want them to use the word Flashpoint. Yeah, it's the word Flashpoint that I like about it, and because that makes me know it's the Flashpoint story. Like the Flash, that could be about anything to do with the Flash, but like the Flashpoint, that's what I'm saying, that makes it's Flashpoint. But joking, it's a joke that the studio may be better served turning this into a Batman focused film, starring Michael Keaton, but it's worth noting that even before Miller's recent troubles, most of the promotion for this film has focused on Keaton's Batman rather than Flash. So it's kind of a funny thing, like call it Batman.
It could be, what? Yeah, because when you read the original Flashpoint story, Batman does have a supporting cast role in the movie. I mean, even though it's Thomas Wayne, he has he has a big role in the movie.
In my opinion,
Flash couldn't have got his power back, so he's a key point there.
Yeah, to me, it's a Batman story. I see it as a Batman story more than a Flash story. That's me.
DC has a comic out now where Thomas Wayne, they did Flashpoint, and then when Flash went back in Thomas Wayne's world, in his universe, things still aren't right. Like they're just different. And he's like, wait a minute, something's still wrong. Because one, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Number one. And two, it's just I forget what it's called. It's called something Flashpoint. Yeah. But it's I think that's why they want to call it Batman, because there's actually a comic that focuses on that.
Flashpoint Beyond or something like that.
Yeah, Flashpoint Beyond. Yeah, he was like, look, like this isn't right. Like this isn't, But I haven't I got the comic around here somewhere. I just haven't read it yet. I gotta get the time to read it. So
but no, I mean, like, to me that's it's a Batman story with Flash as the plot device. Like Flash is making it happen, but it's about Thomas Wayne, it's about Bruce Wayne, it's about Martha Wayne as Joker. Like and I haven't read all the comics around it, but the animated movie is a lot about Batman. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't you know what I'm saying? It's definitely not just a Flash alone story. It's like Flash makes some shit happen to Batman.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
And but another Reddit user responded to the much discussed notion that Warner Brothers could drop Miller entirely if they get arrested again. He said Grant Gustin gonna get CGI'd in. That would be funny.
That would be really funny.
Yeah.
Just like Superman's mustache.
Oh no!
Yeah,
just like
might even look just as good.
Yeah, just like the Batman movie they're putting 66. They're putting Adam West in the Batman.
Oh yeah, that was so cool. But it actually looked good. Like that.
It did look good. Yeah,
it did look kind of good.
So they're letting you know. Warner Brothers, we can do this. We can CGI this thing up. Get it popping.
But what were we talking about? Aquaman, yeah. Amber Heard. James Wan said that filming Aquaman was painful for Jason Momoa and company. Oof. But that the Lost Kingdom sounds like a whole different ball game. He said
why is it that DC movies, when they start filming, it's painful, it hurts.
It's painful, like
people don't like it. Like, like, what is it?
Second one is always
what's going on, bro? Like,
every time,
every movie.
And Neil Adams is like, it's depressive over there. Like, He was like
They need to move to Bizarro planet. It's just
Bizarro.
weird every day.
Mhm.
Discovery just
Yeah,
comes in and just
people,
fucking
people
changes it all
when
around.
they
Just
film Marvel movies, everybody's happy, they're smiling, they're like,
the bloopers are so much fun. You see the bloopers for
yeah,
Justice League, everybody's just standing around like,
yeah, like,
damn. Yeah, just reset the Flash movies. I mean, we've only seen them once.
Reno
Reset
should
it,
replay.
whatever. Who cares?
Can y'all see?
Since
me?
Reno should replay.
Yes.
Reno should replay. Yeah,
do
Reno.
yeah, look at that.
You
Perfect.
did a good Flash, Reno.
We'll CG the
Yeah.
Flash suit on you, and there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, James Wan said on the first movie we really put the actors through a lot of physical pain.
Oh my god.
You know, hanging them on wires and what we call tuning forks. He said it was not the most comfortable apparatus to be strapped into. With this film, we were able to now embrace the new technology where we literally putting like 100 cameras on the actors, capturing their performances, and then taking what they do and then applying that to 3D version of themselves. So I hope that doesn't look as
crazy
wonky as it sounds. Yeah. But they say
I mean, well, think about it. When mocap came out, excuse me, I'm sorry. When mocap came out, we thought that was weird.
Mortal Kombat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they had all the, they had the little dots on them, and they just do the moves, and the computer captured all of that, and then you would overlay the character over that. I mean,
I think it's just the way that it's being described. It sounds seriously like wonky.
Give me a minute, guys. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay. I'm like, what? Oh my god.
Well, like I said, it's just over there, and then I mean, once Discovery takes over,
making its rounds too. Batwoman got canceled and Legends got canceled.
Batwoman, I can see. I can see because it was going nowhere. It literally was. They were focused too much on her sexuality rather than her being Batwoman. We didn't get a lot of Batwoman.
Even that, like season 2, they were more focused on like Alice, even though her only connection was to Kate, and Kate's gone. So here's your opportunity to develop Ryan and make her fit to have this mantle. You don't do it. So now we're in season 3. I mean, who cares? And then we have Batwing. Who cares? Like, I should care.
Nobody cares, right?
I don't.
You're right. Nobody cared. And that was the whole problem with Batgirl.
Yeah.
The writing that they did, the production that they did, nobody cared. They literally just, I mean, for 3 seasons, we hoped they got better, and it didn't. I remember when Star Trek Voyager came out, the first 3 seasons were kind of hard to get through, but they were okay. But people were screaming like, look, you got to do something about this. We're really not. But then that 3rd season, they went back to the roots. They focused on what Star Trek was supposed to be about. And seasons maybe halfway through season 3, or maybe I think like the first quarter of season 3 was, but after that, it was fly for the next 4 seasons. And Batgirl failed to do that. They failed to pull it out. They failed to knock it out of the park or find an audience or a place, like you said. Legends.
The seasons are pretty good for any of these like Arrowverse shows, but they just couldn't do it. So
right. Well, Legends I like.
Yeah, a lot of people like
Legends. Yeah, Legends is just too far off the edge now. It's too much. It's way too much now. They keep changing the characters, and not to bring in better characters, but to bring in worse. I don't know. It's just, and then they keep introducing new characters that aren't even heroes. And
tie-ins are not working.
Right? Like, what does this even have to do with anything?
I was surprised it went on for 7 seasons. Like, I just don't understand like the appeal, but that's me. That's just me.
Because the first I can't even argue. Literally, the first 5 seasons were great. Like, they were great. Season 1 was phenomenal too. You're like, oh man, 3. You're like, whoa. 4. You're like, 5. You're like, okay. And then 6, you're like, all right, what's happening? All right, what's going on? All right, we're losing them. Go get the AED.
Mayhem.
Yeah, go get the AED. Yeah, go get the AED. We're losing them. And then season 7, you're like,
They try to do these crossovers to introduce these new shows, but
Right.
they missed a bit, and I know what you're saying. Um,
Right.
they tried to get Superman into it, and that was good, but they brought so many characters at the same time into one show that you
Yeah.
didn't know what was the story or the main characters. What was it about?
Yeah.
So it ended up bad, and well, at least they came up with these new shows, like I said, and those are good so far. The Superman shows of WB
Yeah, a lot of people like
are doing good.
Superman and Lois so far. A lot of
Yeah,
people really like that
Superman
show.
and Lois.
Yeah, a lot of people like Superman and
So
Lois. I think they like it. I like it. I like it more than the original Superman and Lois.
I believe it.
I think I think
yeah,
it's great.
that's definitely easy to go. I mean, back then that show was really cool, but comparing it to the new one, there
Oof.
is no way
Yeah.
to go.
I think Batwoman could have maybe had a slight chance to redeem itself because from what I'm hearing, it didn't even have like a suitable finale. So they really
Yeah,
just had no chance. It's like,
It
damn.
really didn't.
yeah.
It really didn't. It was all, and then they had to get rid of the one girl that played Batgirl, and then they brought in a new Batgirl. I mean,
But that was
Batwoman.
for like 2 seconds. It's like,
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I need to say goodbye for now. Was fun to be with you,
Yeah, man. Thank
and
you.
we'll
Time,
keep in
fellas.
touch. See you in Instagram.
Of course. I'll see you
All
on
right.
the Instagram streets, my man.
All right, Carlos. See you on the Instagram streets.
Thanks
Bye.
for coming through.
bye.
Peace.
I think Naomi is gonna head down the same path in terms of getting canceled. I don't see it going past like a season 2. That show Naomi. I don't know if
Yeah.
anyone watches
Nah,
it.
I don't see Naomi. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because it was kind of boring. At least when I tried to watch it, it was kind of boring. So,
I think I watched the first episode and it was decent,
mhm.
but wasn't enough to make me watch episode 2. So it couldn't have been that good. But it's not. To be fair, it's not really my thing. It's not meant for me. It's, you know what I mean. Every single comic show is not meant for every comic fan, and that's the same thing with comics. Every comic book is not meant for every fan. There's something for everybody, and a lot of it's really different. And
that's
I
true.
think, like,
That is true. That's
yeah.
so true.
and I think people today get, comic fans and stuff, they get upset when like certain movies are being made or certain shows, or they're like, that sucks. But someone really loves it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not for you,
Yeah.
Right. That like Suicide Squad, the first Suicide Squad movie. Casual fans, the
Gross.
casual fans love it, but the hardcore fans, they were like,
Yeah.
And Stargirl, that's another one. Stargirl, I like.
Yeah.
I think Stargirl.
So a lot of people like that one too. I think
Yeah, I
Stargirl
like
and
Stargirl, yeah.
Superman and Lois, they aren't like produced by the CW, if I'm correct. It's like produced by HBO themselves.
Is it?
So I think that's why like the writing and production's a lot better than like the other Arrow
Stargirl.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah, Stargirl is good. See, and I didn't like Arrow, but everybody likes Arrow.
It was okay until the 3rd season. They really, from then and beyond. And then when they killed Black Canary, I was done. So I don't.
The fight choreography is all I really remember really liking about Arrow.
Yeah.
But the show went on for a long time. It was really, but Young Justice, excuse me, Young Justice.
Yes, I have to watch the newest episode.
Yeah,
I do too. I haven't saw it yet, but I have been watching it very steadily, and it's good. I'm not gonna lie. I will, and I'm gonna say this to everybody in the chat, everybody watching right now. When it started out, I was scratching.
Yeah,
I was like, ooh. It was boring. Listen, it was boring. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was literally bored out of my mind watching that, and I'm sitting there like, why am I even watching this? Like, I'm wasting my life. And I
Damn.
could be
Yeah,
watching.
the first couple arcs are for season 4 a little rough to get through, and
It
I think
is.
that's
It
mainly
is.
because of like the animation. Like it's literally like a PowerPoint presentation. It's just
Wow.
still shot, and it gets
Yeah.
better. It's better now.
It
It's a little
does.
more fluid,
Yeah.
but oh my god, at the beginning, oh my
Jeez.
Yeah,
god,
season 4. Yeah, the first half of season 4 was just it was
Oof.
boring. It
Oof.
literally
Wow.
was. But
I'm
then it
scared to
got
watch
until
it.
it wasn't. Yeah. No,
Well,
Reno, it was bad until it wasn't.
For someone who's never seen Young Justice yet,
Mhm.
where should I start? Because
Well,
obviously not season one.
wait, time out. Say that again.
Yeah,
Somebody
he said that before. He hasn't seen it.
No, we know that. Yeah, Sada knows that.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Young Justice yet.
You should start
I just haven't had a
season
chance.
1. Stu's out.
He's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
I just
Start
fainted. Stu,
season 1.
that's what happens when I faint. That's what happens when I faint.
So
Listen,
by
all
that
right,
reaction,
listen, just start.
he did-
Just
okay.
start with Justice League. Just start with the original Justice League joints that came out on Cartoon Network, and then move on to Young Justice. Because they, believe it or not, you might not think so, but they all link up.
Yeah, I think they're all connected.
They're
in a
all
way.
connected.
Well,
They're all
yeah.
connected.
Because the last
So it-
episode they connected the Green Lantern series because they brought back what's
Yes.
his name? Razor, is that his name? Is that his name?
Yeah, Razor.
Well, yeah, they brought him back. So I was like, oh, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
Apparently,
But if
they,
you're gonna watch Young Justice, you can watch it standalone too.
Mhm.
But if you watch Justice League first and then move into Young Justice, it's a much better experience.
Okay.
Yeah. Start at season 1, season 2. You can maybe, just skip over season 3.
Well,
And then
no.
maybe
The reason I haven't seen it is because it's
No,
hard to
Sada,
fit in
season
all
3
the
was good. It's
time.
season 4 that was
what?
Young Justice season.
I did not like season
Yeah.
3.
The first half of season 3 was bad, and then like it got better, and then season 4 kicks in, and now it's like great because it was boring. It literally was boring. It was just like Reno says it the best. Reno says it the best. There's just too many characters that you just don't care about.
Yeah.
Like
Reno said
they have
something
two.
the best.
Yeah, I give you props
Reno
all the
said something
time.
the best.
Yeah, Reno said yes. Nobody could have said it better than Reno. I mean,
I
I've
think
heard it said good, but Reno said it the best. So it's like,
I think their biggest mistake
Uh,
was moving away from the core group too fast because we had that time with them in season 1. Then season 2, we had the time jump. So it was like, oof. And they started focusing on the side characters a little more in season 2 already. Then season 3 was like full on side characters. And now we're in season 4 and they're getting back to the basics a little bit.
which is what they should have did for
Yeah.
season 3. They should have they should have literally picked up where season 2 left off. They should have, boom, threw you right in the midst of season 3. Right, and they didn't, and it hurt because it. And like I said, Reno says it the best. It's just too many characters we don't care about.
Yeah.
They gave us a lot of characters that nobody cared about. And you can develop them all you want, but nobody cares.
No, you don't,
Yeah,
but
you
it
need
makes
to
the
watch.
experience better.
Right.
It
It does. Well, listen, she's right. No, we're both right. You can watch them as a standalone, but if you watch them, like she said, if you watch them all, it just makes it that much better. But you can just stand alone, just watch Young Justice.
Right.
But if you watch, Justice League and Unlimited,
So
because actually, Reno, not to cut you, but actually, when Justice League when they moved to Unlimited, it was because of the toy line. So then they canceled Justice League, and then they brought it back with another toy line, and that's how we got Young Justice. But then that got canceled because of another toy line, and now that's what the problem was.
Young Justice League don't connect to me. I watched them as standalones.
Yeah.
I mean, but how do they connect?
They don't connect as far as story, but they connect as far as continuity. The things that happen, like when you get to the end of Justice League Unlimited, they're just forming the Legion of Doom and things like that. But then it turns into the Light, which is the new version of the Legion of Doom when you move into Young Justice. So they are their own things, but
I see what you're saying. The stuff happened in Justice League happened before the stuff that happens in Young Justice. It's the same universe, but they're not.
It's the same universe. They're not. It's not like a connected story where it just goes all in one big arc. No, because they got canceled because of the toy lines. So when they were trying to, put them, bring them back, they were trying to keep a lot of things that they got from the previous ones intact. So they kept what they could and left what they couldn't, and that's how we moved on. But it got canceled because of toys. Like toy lines is what made it where it is now, to where we are now. We literally lost a season of Justice League because of toys.
Now I'm scratching my head. He says definitely not the same universe.
Toy
how
wise.
is but how is DC? I thought all of the DC animated shit was pretty much the same universe.
It is, but with these cartoons, it's like this.
Justice League and Justice League United.
Justice League Unlimited was like
is most definitely its own. Well, Legion. What I think what he's saying, he's not saying that it's connected in the stories in any way.
No, the stories are not connected in any way.
I think
they're connected as far as
Legion of Doom,
the franchise. Right. They're connected as far as the franchise. Because Justice League Unlimited, it literally doesn't. I think it's literally doesn't. It's not even a lot of episodes. Like it's just boom. Like, and then you're like, what happened? And then we got Young Justice. And then we're like, all right, cool. Yeah. So this is what we got.
No, he's not saying that. He's not saying anything story-wise carried over at all. I guess he's just saying that, not that they're connected, but to get you into the mode, into the vibe of the whole DC, shit, it'd just be better to watch Justice League first because, that kind of shit takes place. And then, maybe the time period, like Justice League takes place in 1980 and Young Justice takes place in 1990.
Yeah.
So to speak.
It's just the toys, Reno.
There are certain cartoons that tie together, but there are numerous ones that stand on their own with their own continuity. Well, the reason I haven't really watched Young Justice is that time to be able to fit all the different shows and stuff that I do and work with it. Yeah, so for someone that is time crunched, what seasons are the best and what seasons can I just watch? Like, can I just watch season 4 or just 3 or 3 and 4?
Yeah,
because you guys, guys are saying
you can watch them just straight up.
Like, what's the boring
no.
that I can skip?
All right, 3. I'll break it down like this. I'll break it down like this because I have them. Okay, you go to Justice League, right? And Justice League was great. When we got Justice, we was like, because we had never seen anything like that before, and it was kind of drawn like the Superman Batman series.
Right? Okay.
So then we got Justice League. We got Justice League Unlimited because the toy line got canceled for Justice League. When you watch Justice League Unlimited, it's not long at all. It's just you're like, damn, what happened? And they kind of leave you hanging at the end.
Right.
Then you got Young Justice. Young Justice was supposed to replace Justice League Unlimited because Justice League Unlimited would have lasted longer had the toy line sold. So now we got Justice League Young Justice. Once we got Young Justice, it's like they don't really show much of the Justice League. They're there, but they focus more on the kids. They focus more on the sidekicks and the younger ones. Then that got canceled because of a toy line. Then we didn't get anything. And then they came out with the new Young Justice, which doesn't have anything to do with the toy line because the ratings were good. That was the problem. Right. The ratings for Justice League Unlimited, all of that was great. It was the toys that got the shows canceled. So each time they rebooted or got a new toy
I read that somewhere.
Right. We got a new series based off of the toys. So that's what it was. A lot of people don't realize that. When I watch them, you can watch them all together, Reno, you can watch them all, but they're all just still about DC Comics and that universe. So we'll just leave it at that. It's about DC Universe and everything that goes on in it. And it's just different animation all along the way. The animation keeps changing as the season.
As far as like a time crunch, you could just do seasons like 1 and 2 of Young Justice, and season 3 you can watch sparingly. I mean, that's from my POV. And then 4, when that finishes, you can watch that. So
basically, all
just started Young Justice, Reno. Just started the first Young Justice season and work your way down. Work your way down all the Young Justices. Yeah, you'll be all right. And then you can go back and watch the other ones if you want.
Okay.
But they're all phenomenally good. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Is Young Justice though more for like a younger audience?
No. Mm-mm.
No, it was
Well, I
just for the
no,
it was just
no.
for the toy line. It was just a
Yeah.
toy line. Like it got
Well, yeah,
canceled
I
because
mean,
of
yeah.
toys. And
But
that's why,
what I
because it was
mean is
Justice League
I
Unlimited.
know that. I
Right.
know
It
that,
was
but
Justice League
like,
Unlimited first. And then we lost Justice League Unlimited and we got Young Justice.
yeah.
So they just kept changing the titles as they got new toy lines or new toy deals.
I think they
Spade,
were
Spade,
expecting
listen,
it.
man. Hold on, sorry, Posada. Spade,
Oh
you
no,
gotta
you're good.
turn your cameras on. You gotta go to the settings and flip on your camera. There
There
it
we
is.
go.
Yo,
Inviting us
Hello.
to the gun show, huh?
yeah, I got some
One
Sun's
training to
out,
do.
guns out.
I'm gonna have a
Sun's out, guns out.
but I got a
Look.
match coming up in June, so y'all stay tuned. That's an exclusive for y'all.
Oh
Oh yeah.
Just
wow.
bring your
You heard it
camera
here
and we'll
first.
stream. We can stream it live on
So
600
that's an exclusive. Super Spade gonna be stepping back in the ring, and Cook should be in the building that night too. So y'all might see it live on that too.
Oh.
Nah, we gotta. Yeah, I definitely gotta get a correspondent in there, man, to broadcast for us here. What time? What day is it?
Saturday, June 18th. I think bell time will be 7:30 Central Time, 7:30 our
Oh,
time.
well, that's during DC Power Hour, so we definitely gonna have to.
Bam.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have to do that.
Right.
Shooting out the gate. Yeah, man. Let's see. So what do y'all think about this vampire hype in the books nowadays? I didn't know what he meant at first, but yeah,
You mean
there's
DC versus Vampire?
well, there's DC vampires, and then also Wolverine. I know is fighting the vampires. Dracula, of course, Blade. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot, but vampires have been involved in like comics that they're not normally involved in recently. And I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's a thing. Just like the zombie thing. There was
Yeah, I guess they're just trying to capitalize off
Yeah.
of, popular zombie market, I guess.
Man, listen, you gotta listen. When you run out of ideas, you can always revert back to werewolves and vampires. Come up with a
You know what
different
I mean?
story. It's easy. It's easy to come Frankenstein. It's easy to come up with a story, and boom, until you get the wheels turning on something else, man. I mean, that's how I look at it because that's what happens when we run out of ideas. They always throw Dracula at you, werewolf,
Yeah.
Frankenstein,
Well,
Loch Ness
vampires
monster.
been around for a minute because I mean, look at the comic book I Vampire. They even had a show about
Yeah.
them. So they've been
Yeah.
around for a grip.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah,
really
there's
get desperate,
Vampire Masquerade right now.
yeah.
Philadelphia is a great one.
Philadelphia, yeah. And if you really get desperate, Reno, you just throw some aliens in there.
Yeah. It's like it's the old reliable. But yeah, Young Justice apparently has made Zod even more
Powerful.
well a bigger threat than Superman movies. So he's a bigger threat than Young Justice, I guess.
He's always been a big
Yeah,
threat.
That's what they're building to right now.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
always been a big threat in my book. I mean,
Well,
you gotta
he
understand Superman is the
he re-
only Kryptonian that we get to see do whatever he does. But sometimes you gotta ask the question, and DC, they ask the question sometimes in the comics, but then they duck it, is what would happen if we had more than one Kryptonian? I mean, as strong and powerful as Superman is, what if we had a evil Kryptonian that Superman just couldn't beat?
Yeah, he's a classic Superman villain, General Drew Zod. He was recently to be an intergalactic menace in the reality of Young Justice, who nearly defeated the Legion of Superheroes, establishing himself as even more threatening in the cartoon than his Superman movie appearances. General Zod is widely regarded as one of the most dangerous of Superman's enemies, having been the chief antagonist of the movies Superman 2 and Man of Steel, which is my favorite one. Despite this, General Zod of Young Justice has proven himself to be amongst the most dangerous incarnation of the character to date, being impossible to defeat in direct battle and difficult to contain. General Zod's rise to power was detailed in two drastically different accounts in Young Justice. Season 4, episode 19, Encounter Upon the Razor's Edge. One version of the story was dictated to Kid Flash by the Legionnaires Saturn Girl and Chameleon Boy. and the other was recalled by General Zod's son Val-Zod to his companions Mantis and Ma'alefek. How do you say this? Ma'alefak.
Malafa'at. Is that
Yeah,
Malefact.
Malefak. Yeah. Well, while their descriptions of General Zod were understandably incompatible, they did agree upon the same broad history of events. But yeah, so Spade, you popped in to talk about Young Justice.
Yeah, like my point being, but I get what Stu was saying with the toy line too, because yeah, that's accurate. Also, when they signed on for Cartoon Network, they only signed on for a few seasons. So that's why
Jesus,
you
yeah,
got
that's
2
right.
seasons of Justice League, 2 seasons of Justice League
Justice
Unlimited,
League Unlimited,
and like 2 seasons of Young Justice, because they
Young
were going to
Justice.
just quit it at that. But
Right.
you know, it proved to be such a popular show, people wanted to see more of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
they were like, all right, well, we'll bring it back. At first, it went to streaming, then HBO Max. And I recently found season 3 on DVD at Walmart. I couldn't pick it up, but because I didn't have the funds at the time, I was like, yo, man, I'm going to pick this up sometime because I hadn't watched
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
But,
Walmart because I'm trying to get them. I'm trying to get
but,
Yo,
season 3.
but
speaking of
the connect for
Was
it
it
for
the
me was
complete
just like,
season? Was it the complete season, Spade?
yeah, it was a complete season.
That's what I want. Yeah, that's what, because you know they sell those packs. They sell those like
Right. They sell them
season
damn
pack
volumes,
1
and
pack.
I'm like, I ain't trying to
Yeah, no, I
spend
don't
all
want
this money
that.
on
Yeah,
one
exactly. Yeah,
big ass season, and I'm buying.
I'm good. Yeah. Plus, I'm running out
yeah,
of space over here.
They're like, you
Yeah.
don't need to buy them in volumes. Like, no, that's gonna make me mad because if it's 6 episodes and on a volume, and I'm like, it's 18, 22 episodes in
Oh
a season.
boy.
Really?
Yeah, you get no. But yeah, the toy line is what got it the way it is. I mean, it's sad, but it's what we got. I mean,
yeah.
you know,
Spade,
Bruce Timm.
what did you mean about the continuity?
It when Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, how they bridge between those 2 shows, it's essentially the same show, just Unlimited. You had more DC characters.
Mm-hmm.
When it ended, that was the end of that chapter, that series, whatever. So nothing picks up in Young Justice. It doesn't cross over. Young Justice is like basically like a multiverse of cartoons, like you have a multiverse of shows.
Mm,
So you look at it like that's how I look at it, like it's its own thing. It started from whatever, however it started, but it didn't start from or didn't pick up or continue from Justice League.
right.
Oh no, because Darkseid was the Darkseid and Brainiac were the main protagonists at the end of Unlimited, and
Yeah,
then
Yeah.
when you see
we just got young.
Batman,
But
Lex,
they
and
just
Superman beat
right.
Darkseid, and
Mm-hmm.
that was the
They
end
just
of
ended it.
Unlimited.
Right.
Uh,
Plus, they just ended it Unlimited. Like if you look at because on if I got the DVDs, they just ended it. Like it was like you. It's like you want more, or you thought it
Yeah.
should have been more, but it's just not. And you're like, damn, that's it. That's all I get. And then next
Yeah,
thing you know,
it
they're like, oh,
definitely left you
we're
with that
bringing it back.
encore feeling because it's like, man,
Yeah,
there should be
Yeah.
something else coming, but they were
it should
like,
be something else. Yeah, nah,
But I
that's
felt
no,
like at least that had like some closure compared to Young Justice when that ended at season 2.
yeah.
That
Young
Mhm.
was
Justice
so
was just like,
infuriating because they literally had it at like a
yeah,
cliffhanger.
right,
yeah. Young Justice
man.
was just like oh, we gave you something good, now we'll take it away. Now you have nothing. Like
And they
that's
weren't expecting it
how they
to
do.
appeal to like adults. They were surprised that a lot of adults were like enjoying the show, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
were expecting the kids to like really be into it. And then they also weren't expecting the girls to be buying the toys and be interested in the toys, and that's part of why they ended up canceling it, because they're like, oh my god, the guys aren't buying the toys. Toy line is like blue, so just get rid of it.
But the show took off like a rocket.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I read an article where they said that that's what happens when you make bad deals around toys. Like
Yeah.
we love collectibles, we love toys here, we do. But the guy that wrote the article had a point. When they did that, the show was the best thing going, but the toy line just wasn't. People just wasn't interested. They were more interested in the show, and they made a deal around the toy line. So as long as the toys sold or the collectibles sold, the show could go on.
Right.
And that was the deal they made.
Yeah.
So this is what it is.
I mean,
With
that's
that, I
you
gotta
know.
break out. I love y'all. I gotta break out.
Hey, Stu, before you go,
What's up?
And man, where the damn Instagram post at?
25 followers, man. We almost there. We got 3 or 4 more followers to
golly.
go. And
It's
then
gonna
I
turn
look-
into
post it.
30, then
Post
40.
Yeah.
Because it was
I'll
25
post it.
earlier.
I said 25. We got 3.
I'm
We got
gonna
3 or
mess
4 to
around
go to
and
get to
regrow some
25.
hair before Stu posts on Instagram.
What's up? You breaking up? My internet's going bad, Spade. It's going bad. Lagging out, Spade. I'm lagging out, Spade. I don't know what's going on.
He said, "I'm gone."
That dude, man.
Yeah, out of there.
Oh.
Well, yeah, man. But yeah, it's 8:15. I gotta get to the store before they close at 9. That's what I gotta do. But yeah, man, Spade, man, it's great to have you on the show, man.
Great to be on. Oh, y'all don't forget next Saturday is Free Comic Book Day.
Yes.
I'm hoping that the LCS I went to last Free Comic Book Day is doing the same promotion, because every back issue in the store was $1 for that day. Everything $1. Not the shit on the wall or in the glass cases,
but in the bin.
In the bins, the stuff that's usually, $10, shit like that. Those whole books, the whole store, and it's a big store. Everything is $1. I rolled in there, bro. I grabbed 2 short boxes off the shelf that was already prepared. I just for 6 hours, I meticulously went through like every book in the store.
Man,
I spent like $450. Bro, I got 450 comics.
Nice.
And surprisingly, I was blown away by the fact that it was really only one other dude taking advantage of it, and he didn't get near as much as I did. So I'm I was surprised that they weren't mobbed with people, tearing through shit, but I guess people either didn't hear about it or just maybe they didn't believe it or whatever. But hopefully, because they didn't lose too much doing it, hopefully they're gonna do it again, and I'm gonna be even bit more prepared this time.
Usually when your LCSs do that, man, I'm like, and the people that have subscription boxes or that frequent their favorite LCS, they gonna turn out. And some of them, get there early, some get there late, and they miss everything.
I was there 5 minutes before they opened.
I was there. So if anybody came in after you, man, I'm like, y'all, that's so weird. You need to learn, hey, get up early. Quit having Batman hours and get up early.
Yeah, bro. I was waiting for them to open the door. Hey, I was sitting in the parking lot when the owner drove up.
Because I plan on like hopefully next weekend, if I'm not working next Friday into Saturday, I was gonna get up and go to Muncie's and hit up Amber's and probably film some footage, maybe do some lives or something. So we'll see how that goes. I won't know if I'm working until Wednesday. They don't never tell us shit.
Yeah. Well, if you, I don't know. Just let me know, man, and we'll try to get you on here too.
Bet.
All right, man. Well, yeah, guys, that was our show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. As always, we very much appreciate you, and please like, subscribe, share, do them thumbs, and please leave a comment. Comments are actually more important than likes and all of that as for the YouTube algorithm. So it'll help us get pushed to more people, which will help us grow bigger, which will give us better content for you. So hit us up with them comments. You ain't got to say nothing special. Just be like, peace. Don't matter. But yeah, man, that's our show, guys. Good night. Good night.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.